Even though I've gotten my heart broken a million times, I do believe that love only transforms and evolves, and you never stop caring about a person that you actually loved. Even though you hate your ex now, I do believe that there's a certain things or certain qualities or certain stuff that you might be grateful about that person. And today we're going to talk about that. Hello, guys. Welcome back to One More Mile podcast. My name is Paula, and I'm your host. Today I'm going to be talking about things that I learned from my exes. And this is not going to come as, yes, I learned resilience and I learned the things that I don't want in a relationship, and I learn how to manage my emotions. No, we all know that. Like, that's the thing that you take from a bad relationship. You're like, yeah, I learned how to be strong. We all learn that. That's why they're your ex. Today I'm going to be talking about stuff that I actually learned, or that I actually kept, or that I am actually grateful for them, or that had an impact in my life. And yeah, because if you're my ex and you're watching this video, I value this, but please do not contact me. Don't come back. Never. If we broke up, it was for a reason. So yeah. Okay, this is not in a specific order. I think I'm gonna try to do like chronologically, but I just had some notes, and then let's see how this goes. My first boyfriend, when I was 13 years old, he gave me on our first month anniversary. Yeah, so cute. He gave me a CD with songs that he put on there. This was the era where like the iPhone was just coming out. We had iPods, but he burned a CD for me, and he it was like 12 songs. I can't find the CD. Listen, guys, I moved to another country. The CD is gone. It's gone. It's in the trash. I don't know where it's at. But in the CD, there was like 10 songs. And the few songs that I can remember because it touched my life was Fix You by Coldplay, Yellow by Coldplay, I Want to Hold Your Hand by the Beatles. And this one wasn't on the CD, but this one was the first song that he introduced me. He sent me the link on YouTube, and he was like, "Oh, you should listen to the song. I think you're gonna like it." And it was by the Lumineers. It was the one that says, "Oh, dun, 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 dun. Hey, I've been trying to do it right. I've been living a lonely life." Okay, first of all, I feel like that made such an impact in my life for the main reason that we were in Ecuador, we spoke Spanish, and he gave me a CD with a bunch of songs in English. And I feel like with that, I not only put some interest into learning English and into this type of music, but I do believe that since I was 13, I he was 16, and he was different. Okay, he wasn't like one typical guy from Ecuador. He was I think he was, I don't know if he was born here in the States or he had family here, but he will come back and forth. And we broke up because he had to move to the States, and then now I'm living in the States and he's living in Ecuador. But I'm going off topic. The thing is that I think when you're 13, you're so easily influenced by anything. And I like this guy, okay? I wanted to have a relationship with this guy. And anything that he will say to me, I will think it's cool. And I don't think it's in a bad way because he was not a bad influence to me whatsoever. So we were kids. Like all of our dates were like going to the movies and go bowling. And we when he gave me that CD and when he started showing me music, I was like, okay, I know I liked Justin Bieber and I know I liked One Direction since the moment that I saw them, but this was a whole new, like I had no idea there were more artists that spoke English, right? I'm 13. I'm just like introducing myself into this Anglo world of music. And when he showed me the Beatles, I was like, wait, what? Because the Beatles are like, at the point, I think some of them are alive right now. I think only two of them are alive. Um, But I'm like, these people are old. Why is she showing? Why is he showing me this music? But I loved it. I don't know if I loved it because I wanted to love the music because of him, but even till this day, I listen to the music and come on, it's Coldplay. He showed me Coldplay. He showed me Coldplay, and for that, I'm gonna be grateful for life. I do feel like I grew up with a lot of that. I put posters of the Beatles in my wall. I'm dying to go to a Coldplay concert and just immersing myself into different music and English. And my cousin, she's like my best friend. She will not let me lie. She says that I was always trying to be like, yeah, I speak English and like I listen to all of this English music. I don't listen to reggaeton. Right now, you're gonna I love reggaeton. You're gonna be hearing me proud and loud that I love Latin music, Hispanic music, music in Spanish. But when I was 13 to like all of my high school years, I would be like, no, I only listen to English music because that's cool, and that was cool, and that was my personality. And I think that is because of this CD, this particular CD, and I'm always going to be grateful for him, and I'm always going to be super grateful towards him. We still have each other on social media because I'm telling you, that relationship, we were kids and we broke up in the first month. So yeah, he gave me the CD and then we broke up like a few days later. But yeah, I see he has a girlfriend now. I have a husband, and we thrive and vibe, and he's just super cool. And I'm always gonna be grateful because part of the reason that I know English is because of that. So it's like a domino effect that I just really like. Okay, this is back in 2018. Oh my god, I really don't like this ex. I really don't like him. But we were on our era of trying new things. So this was back in the day when I'm living in Ecuador. I used to go to the gym when I was in high school, but this is 2018. I'm in college, so I'm like just going out and drinking with my friends and stuff. And this ex tells me that he signed us up for a 5K. It was a 5K that you run it, and then at the end there was a lot of foam, and it was kind of like a foam party, water balloon fight, some sort of like party celebration race. I'm like, why on earth would you do that? He's like, no, it's okay. We're gonna do it together. We're gonna train for it together. It's gonna be okay. Blah 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 blah. We did not train for that. I tried training. I couldn't even run less than a kilometer. Like I wasn't a runner. I wasn't a runner. I couldn't even run. I'm like, I hate this. Why would you do this? He made me pay for my ticket. So we ended up paying, I think it was like $30 per ticket. And listen, $30 in New York may not sound like a lot, but when you're 18 and you don't have a job in Ecuador, $30 is a lot. So I was mad at him. And then worst thing ever is that we ended up breaking up before the freaking race. So we didn't even run together. I had his ticket because I paid for the two tickets and he was gonna give me the money. And of course we broke up and he never gave me the money for his ticket. So I have his other ticket that I can't sell because no one is. It was 2018. No one was running. I mean, people were running, but not running like right now. So I convinced this cousin that I'm telling you guys that she's like my best friend, and I'm like, please come with me. And then she's like, oh, but he's gonna be there. And I'm like, no, I don't think he's gonna be there. He was there with his sister. We barely made eye contact. I'm like, I hate you now. But we ran the 5K. I think we did the 5K in like 50 minutes. We ran and then we walked and then we ran and then we walked. And I hated every moment of it. But the thing is that it's so funny because if he would have never introduced me to the point of running, and he wasn't a runner, we were just doing stuff different for like the relationship. But I just think that that's like a domino effect that now that I'm a runner, I don't know if that is something that he put on me, but I just think it's funny. I just think it's like a butterfly effect. I just think it's like a domino effect. I don't know how to call it. I don't know if it made any sense, but I think it's funny and I wanted to include it in this podcast. But from this ex, something that I truly learned and I do think is valuable, in his room, he had a whole like picture frame of the four agreements. These are: be impeccable with your word. So always tell the truth, always stay in your word, always Do what you say you're gonna do. Don't fail people. Don't tell people you're gonna do something and then do the opposite. Don't hurt people with your word. Be impeccable with your word. Second, don't take anything personally. People do stuff, but people don't do stuff to you. So if you think that your boss is mad, if you think that your friend is mad at you, if you think that your partner is, no, don't take anything personally unless they say it so. Unless they're like, hey, Paula, you're messing things up. No, if people are just acting weird, it could be a million reasons. It could be they're having a bad day, but don't take anything personally. The third one, don't make assumptions. We love to make assumptions. Oh, he's not answering to me. He's cheating on me. Oh, oh. We love to make assumptions. Oh, my boss looked at me weird today. She's going to fire me. We love to make assumptions. Don't make assumptions. Ask, communicate. Do not make assumptions. Which is funny that he had this in his wall because he will love to make assumptions. So, bro, you need to live up what you have in your wall. And four, always do your best. I don't have to explain this one. But I saw this and I really liked it. And I think it's a book. I don't know what it actually is, but I know it's the Four Agreements. I loved it. And it's something I definitely the don't take things personally and the be impeccable with your word is things that I live by. I try to always do my best and I'm trying to not make a lot of assumptions anymore, but yeah, I just think that was useful, helpful, and I liked it. Okay, this one is a small one, but this other ex, I used to love reading. I would like to say that I like reading now, but in reality, I have tried and I haven't read a book in like 6 months, and it's sad. But I used to eat books for lunch, breakfast, dinner, everything. And this ex knew that, so he gave me a little book, and it's funny because it was in English. And no, this is not the first ex that I told you. This is a different one. The book was in English, and it said poetry from New York or New York poetry, whatever. And he knew that I had this desire so bad of not moving to New York, but going to New York and like traveling in New York and exploring New York and being in New York. So he gave me that book and it was like poetry in New York. And at the moment I was writing a lot of poetry. I do write poetry still, but not as much as I used to. And that opened up just something different. That opened up a reality that I didn't know it was possible to write poetry in English. Mind you, I'm like 14, I'm like 15. So and it was the fact I don't know where I had that book, but it was the fact that it showed you different things of New York that I couldn't even see because the only thing that I have from New York in Ecuador was like YouTube videos and like movies. But it was stuff about the city itself that now that I live here, I would love to have that book back, but it's just a reminder, and it was just like a little seed that he planted about me being here. And I think that everyone kind of like fuel up that dream of mine that now I'm here because of everyone being like, yeah, New York is your place. And yeah, even though we broke up, I love poetry, I love New York, and I just think again it's like a domino effect, and he fueled that thing, and I'm gonna be forever grateful for that. There's a quote in Spanish. I don't know how to translate it in English, but it says, "Somos un mosaico de toda la gente que hemos amado." Kind of like we're like a gallery of every people we've loved. And I made a video like that years ago, but I know that you can have a lot of things and you might do a lot of stuff that your family does, that your friends do, that your coworkers do. But when it's an ex, I feel like sometimes we try to erase everything because the pain might be there pinching you. But at the same time, again, what I said in the beginning, love never ends. Love just transforms. And wherever is it that you can take it from that person that was valuable, that showed you something, if it was a place that they took you, if it was a song, if it was a movie, if it was an exercise, if it was a new way of living, if it was a meditation, if it was a dish that they show you, anything, take it with love, take it with gratitude, because we're only instants in this life. And the fact that you might have been with someone for just a little instant, and then that person kept that forever. Like every time I listen to Coldplay, every time I listen to these songs, I'm gonna be forever grateful for that first boyfriend that I had at 13. And if that's not love transforming, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I don't want to come back with him. I don't want to. I don't want to divorce my husband and him to break up with his wife, and then his girlfriend. I don't want. I don't want to do that. I don't want to go back with him. But it's just remembering with love, and yeah. That was it for today's episode, guys. I know you might have uh take a lot of things from your exes, like, yeah, resilience, I learned to be strong, I learned to overcome people, like my fears, whatever. I do not want to hear that today. I want the comments to be floated of things that you learned, like, hey, I picked up running because my ex used to do triathlons, or like, hey, I didn't know how to swim and my ex taught me how to swim, or like, hey, I didn't know how to cook Asian food and he was Asian, so he taught me how to cook Asian food. Whatever is it, that an actual thing that you learn or you keep from your ex, I want to know. Comment down below. Keep the conversation going. And I will see you next week. All of my socials are somewhere in the description box. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Love you guys.